So welcome back. As you can tell, we're not in the workshop again. We're working on the bunk bed and finishing it up. We're at our friend's property again. So the plan is we're going to lay out the ends on the floor like we did last time. Get the footboard together, get the headboard together, then get them standing, then get the pieces that will span them together and connect it up and get the whole thing together, square it off, and then there's slats that we're going to be using that's going to support the mattress. And the slats are going to have a piece of plywood on top. And the idea is that you don't actually need a box spring for this mattress. You can use it can just be a regular mattress, and you don't have to waste the space on a box spring. And the idea was that you can sit up in bed and not hit your head on the bunk bed. It might be tall enough to have a box spring right now, but I'm just not sure. So I just figured, we'll put a piece of plywood in there, help keep everything stable, keep things from moving, and we should be fine. So this episode, we're going to just get that bunk bed together, and we should be rocking and rolling. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the pieces back together, get some muscle now, and we can wrangle all the pieces together, and hopefully we'll get it right into the bedroom. So stay tuned. All right, so late last evening we were able to get the whole bunk bed together to make sure all the pieces fit. So everything's standing. The next step is going to be putting in the slats for the mattress. Those are just going to be regular oak pieces that you can get from the home goods store. And what we're going to do, we're going to put slats on each part of the posts that connect the two ends together. We're going to put a piece of wood along the edge, and the slats are going to rest on top of that wood going straight across this way, and that will support the mattress. Then on top of that, we're going to put a piece of plywood. I designed this so that you don't need a box spring, but the height you have between the bottom and the top, you can still sit up in bed. I think you can still fit a box spring if needed, but if not, we're designing it so that it can just be a standalone mattress. Okay, so I skipped ahead in the build because this next step is pretty self-explanatory really. So what I wound up doing was taking a power planer and flattening both sides of these stretchers here, or rails, whatever you want to call them, and gave me a flat area to lay a 4-inch by 1-inch oak, or which is really 3/4 of an inch by, I think it's like 3.5, and it gave me a nice flat area to hook that to. I got 4-inch lag bolts in here going right into the heartwood of the oak here, and then I got slats to rest right on top of the oak I put on the side here. So now I'm going to be cutting out a plywood because we're not using a box spring for this. So the plywood is going to be our box spring essentially. So I'm going to cut that out. We're going to have it's a 4x8 sheet, so I'm going to have 4 feet, but then I'm going to cut it shorter to what this length is, which is I think about 6 feet, and then cut another piece and put it up next to it. But there's a little bit of deflection in these, and once we put on the plywood, there won't be any deflection, or very minimum. So I'm just going to take a couple camera shots with that, and we're just going to step through that, and then I'll just show you the finished product. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so all the pieces are cut out already, and I got the whole bunk bed together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some more screws into this, and then we're gonna move into the bedroom and we'll show you the finished product. I'm gonna put on a coat of amber shellac and then lacquer. We're gonna do it the same way we did the log bench. I'll put a link to that video up in the corner if you wanna see what colors and sheen to use. So stay tuned. Okay, so this project is done. It's in the bedroom, everything's ready. Just need the mattress. One on bottom, one on top, and we are set. So thank you for tuning in and watching this video, and please subscribe and give a thumbs up if you like the video.